Xander, and today I'm looking at the best and worst tracks of the past 7 days. Let's get into it. The bad, let's start out. So, Circles by Malone. This is really not Post at his best to this disgusting looking album cover. It tries to go for this kind of sad boy acoustic guitar jam. It also has this bass snare beat that gets really grating really quickly. It's full of trap cliches, not really innovating or bringing anything new to the table, and the vocals just kind of aren't at their best. It's just really not great. So next, Cigarettes After Sex, proving once again just how boring they can be. Song's lyrics are about, like, kissing and stuff. It just really failed to grip me in any way. It's just really not good from Cigarettes After Sex here. Next up we got Sociopath by Pusha T. Now, I love Pusha T. I've made this known before, but these aren't his best flows, really not bringing his A-game with these lyrics. It's just pretty subpar. And on top of that, these samples that he uses throughout just are pretty obnoxious. You can prominently use samples well in music, but this is just an instance, it's just not. It comes off more as annoying than effective in any way. The only real redeeming quality is the feature, which was, I guess okay. So on to just the meh tracks, the ones that didn't really make me feel anything either way. Walm by Charlie XCX. It's pop, bit of a head nodder, bit of a, alright, this is music. Really nothing to it. This is the song I have the least to say about. There's just very little to it, in my opinion, and that's just it. So, but this one, Sea of Worthy by Have a Nice Life, the internet darling, post-punk, post-rock, post-hardcore, just everything, really. This is kind of new style for them, and to be fair, it does sound pretty cool. It's kind of indie, garage rock mix, and, it's pretty alright. But ultimately, there's very little substance to this track, very little that'll make me want to listen through it again. Just given that this is Have a Nice Life, I'll have to listen to the whole album before I can fully formulate my opinion, but as it stands, there's just very little that's hooking me on this and very little to talk about. Perhaps I have too high standards just given the band, but it really wasn't up to par. Although I do like the cover, presumably this is the eternal worm that's about to devour Connecticut. So, the good. There was a surprising amount of good this week. I have very few bad ones and a lot of good. So first of all, Babuska Boi by A$AP Rocky. What can I say? It's an A$AP Rocky song. Solid hook, fun, is kind of horror theme going on throughout that I really liked. Fun flow, all round, great track. Pretty excited to see this project come out and fall with this cool horror themes. Next up is Sasami, an artist I hadn't actually heard of before this, but this song made me want to listen to all of her stuff. It's called Take Care, and it's a bit of an emo, indie standard affair. It is utterly, soul-crushingly depressing, but in all of the best ways. If you're into the kind of indie, emo rock, you get a kick out of it, I guarantee you will find a lot to like in this song. This genre normally isn't my cup of tea, but I found a lot in it myself. It's also got a lot of great production. There's this one part where she layers 50 of her vocal samples over each other and they harmonise great. Sami, artist to look out for here. Next up we got Squid, also a band I had not heard of before, but this just makes me want to check out all their stuff. It's a bit of an emo rock, pop-punk rock, with some elements of post-hardcore in there. Just all-around great stuff. It slaps utterly, and there's a mariachi band in it. It's 5 minutes long, a lot of variation in the vocals, starts off pretty clean, some screaming near the middle, and it has a real cool ending. I don't really want to spoil everything that happens on this track, it's pretty interesting, go check it out. Lifeline by A.G. Cook. Now, you might not know this guy by name, but you might recognise him if I told you he's in with this whole PC music crowd. It's just a super high-tech, sci-fi-like beat that I just love. It gets really intense towards the end. There's this synthesizer that's mixed super loud that goes over everything. There's a lot to like in this track, production-wise. Again, not going to spoil it too much. I think you should listen to it yourself, sort of find all the twists and turns just as it goes by. Though one massive problem is the vocals. They're just really quite uninteresting. And with a lot of PC music, it kind of goes for a overly stylized, auto-tune style vocals, which I wasn't a fan of, but the sheer production on this one, I really enjoyed. Next, Miles Davis. This is one of his lost albums that was never released, and they're now finding these in the archives, releasing them out to the world. It's called Rubber Band. This is more of a jazz rock fusion, and can I say, the guitars and bass mix beautifully on this track. It's all slap bass, and the guitars, they fuse so well. It puts the fuse in fusion. The saxophone and trumpet also share some great chemistry on this one. They do a kind of back and forth thing, then solely together a bit. There's also a flute in it. It's about 5.5 minutes long. A lot of variation throughout the track. I really enjoyed it. I'm super pumped for this new album. It's Miles Davis. Literally, you can't go wrong. Well, unless you're doing heroin. And number 1, the best track this week in my opinion, Pusha T. He's back. I know I put him in the worst category, but here he is, normal self. He put out 2 tracks this week, and this was easily the better of them. His flow isn't at its best here, but it's still, you know, his usual flow. Pretty good stuff. It features Lauryn Hill, who is a name we don't hear in music nowadays that much. Flow, tight as always. The hook and the chorus, great as always. Lauryn's vocals work really well. And the political and the analogies they use to describe a topic that's already been covered quite a lot, I think are great. All around, top tier track. And it is my track of the week. I hope you enjoyed that video. All the songs I mentioned will be listed below in order. Seriously recommend checking out a few of these. A lot of new names that I haven't heard of, you might not have either. So 1, Tool album. I'm going to cover it, worry not. 2, best albums of August. Video kind of similar to this, just on my normal set. It's over there. You guys don't know it's over there, but I know it's over there. As well as an albums I've missed video, albums I just haven't had the time to cover, albums that might have come out before I, really got into making videos. So if there's anything that came out this year, preferably in the recent months that you want me to cover that I haven't mentioned yet, anything you guys put down there, I promise I will at least listen to and consider for the video. If you enjoyed this at all or were recommended some artists you like, please do like the video. It's a massive help to me. And if you enjoy them, subscribe, because I make videos pretty often. So there are some videos to check out somewhere on the screen. You can subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.